Well, one last look at the Christmas tree. I'm gonna take it down tonight and just take one more little look at my ornaments. Somebody sent this to me years ago. Oh, yeah, just say goodbye to the ornaments. This is what I got at the Antique Mall of America, this little brass cat. And Barbie. Yeah, so I'm just going to say goodbye to the tree for a little while. Till next year. You're choosing today to climb into the tree. You're choosing today, after the tree's been up for weeks, to climb in. Are you serious? Eleanor, are you serious? Well, I'm glad you're doing it now, so I don't think you're totally innocent next year. Right, there's the tree, sans ornaments. Just taking this little garland off and the star, and then I'll take the tree apart. It's in 3 pieces, so very easy to take apart. Well, I took the tree down, and it makes the living room feel very, very empty. I'll eventually do something in that corner. I have those lights up there for now, but the butterflies are back over my mantle. Coffee table's working, so this part of my house I'm pretty happy with, but I have to do something in that corner eventually. It looks like a 90s loft over there, a 90s industrial loft, but yeah, so that's the living room without the tree. And there's Eleanor, my baby Eleanor. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, baby doll. Are you enjoying a little scratcher? Yes. It's a mattress and a scratcher. And Buddy is upset I'm leaving. Aren't you upset I'm leaving? Huh? Let me scratch your belly? Let me get your belly? Alright. Ooh, I'll see you soon, honey. I love you. Wah! Wah! Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is 2:57 in the afternoon. My check-in for work is at 3:55, so I've got plenty of time. So I should not be stressed or anxious. But the drive here from my house, which is like 4 or 5 miles from the airport, has been so stressful. I hit every red light. There's been traffic and then people who just don't know how to drive. And then the worst part was just as I was turning off of Tropicana, there's a bundle of clothes in the middle of the road, and the traffic on either side of me wouldn't allow me to avoid them. I thought it was a body in the road, and it was traumatic. I'll tell you, it was just some bundle of clothes, but it looked like a body in the road, and I thought I was gonna have to drive over it. It was very stressful. I thought I had an extra hour to get to work. For some reason, I thought that, for some reason, 15:55 looked like 16:55. It does not. I grabbed Panda to eat because I did not manage my time at home well, thinking I had time to eat it there, but I'll eat it in the crew room. I did just put my parking pass in the window so no one has to worry about me having my car towed. And ta-da! I'm flying to Miami. Welcome to Miami, right? That's a song, I think. Going to Miami. Stressed about that. The flight should be fine. The crew's going to be great. But the hotel shuttles at the Miami airport, for us, there's only space for 2 vans to stop at one time. And so the vans drive by, and if you're not there, oh well. And last time I was there, if you saw that video, it was like 45 minutes of us running around looking for a van. The solution ended up being an Uber XL, which was $12.75 to get to the airport. So that might be my solution to stress in Miami. So if the van doesn't pick us up immediately, then I think I'm going to suggest to my crew that we just pop over to grab an Uber. I'll pay. It's $12.75. We'll do it. So I shouldn't be stressed. I have no control over any of this. The only thing I have control over right now is stop talking to you so I can grab my stuff and get to the airport. So let me do that and I will see you there. Bye. All right. Hey guys, how are you? So I'm just wondering why my beard grows so fast, but my head doesn't. Don't know. But we're on the plane. Checks are done. We have 115 people booked, 109 checked in. Our flight is 4 hours and 9 minutes. I think it's blocked on Flickr for like almost 5, so I'm very happy with that. And yeah, good crew, no complaints. Pretty happy. So I will see you in Miami. Oh, made it to the hotel. It is 1:23. We landed, I don't know what time we landed, an hour ago, an hour and 10 minutes ago, early. But it took us this long to get to the hotel. I should have gotten an Uber. I said I was going to get an Uber. I didn't get an Uber. I just thought, well, it'll show up. It'll show up. So I was going to do a room tour, but let me start with outside, which is inside. It's like one of those cruise ships that looks inside. So there's the downstairs. What you'll notice, no swimming pool full of little kiddies. So I am very happy with that. And my room is at the far end away from the elevator, so I'm doubly happy. Yay! All right, so I should have followed my own advice and taken an Uber because it took us 35 minutes, almost 40 maybe, to get to the hotel from the airport, which is just unacceptable. I mean, it's 3 minutes away. And it's quiet. I don't know what's going on, but whatever, I'm here. If you remember, I was here back during Vlogmas, and I was making fun of those curtains behind me, if you remember. Somebody defended the curtains somehow. There's no way to defend these curtains. Clearly, this room was decorated during the debut of Golden Girls because it totally screams Golden Girls, just a less fortunate sister. You'll remember me complaining about these curtains. They kind of remind me of an outfit that Dorothy Spornak would have worn on Golden Girls. We're just missing a chain or a string of pearls. That's what we're missing here. The room just gets more and more unfortunate. Although there's no mystery stain on well, I forgot there is a mystery stain right there. There's always got to be a mystery stain. Then we've got wet bar, which does not have a microwave, I don't think. Oh yeah, we do have a microwave, that's good. Then we have the unfortunate bedroom with the sconces. Yeah, just really truly unfortunate. The view, there isn't one. The only thing I like is also terribly ugly, but I find them mildly ironic, is the artwork on the walls here. This one I love only because it has that symbol right there. If you are in recovery, you might recognize that symbol. These pieces just look like they kind of look like things you'd find in Goodwill, like in the art section, but I like them. That's about the only thing I like in the hotel, except for the microwave. I'm very grateful for the microwave. All right, so let me take these clothes off, and I'll debrief you on today's flight. But before I do my little debrief, I have to give a shout out to my Magecto lunch bag. These ice blocks, listen, still solidly frozen. My smoothie, which is still frozen solid. And this stuff has been in my lunch bag now for 4, 5, 6 and a half, almost 7 hours. And listen, I mean, there's a little melting, but I gotta tell you, Magecto for the win. Hey guys, hi. So I've just taken off my pants, which is like my favorite part of the day. It must be very liberating and freeing to take your bra off if you're a girl. I can only imagine it must be nice to take that thing off. Why that came to mind, I have no idea, but it must be nice. I just took some of my pasta out I made yesterday for dinner, whatever it's called, at 1:47 in the morning in Miami. Today's flight was super easy. If a coworker ever says, oh my God, it's such a boring flight, I want to like plug my ears and go away, because, you know, the minute someone says a flight is boring, that's when you have a medical or a diversion or blah, blah, blah. So a boring flight is just fine with me. We had lots of really nice people on board. We had one of our coworkers is Mariana is celebrating her birthday today. She's 23 years old. Makes me feel very old, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna have people sing happy birthday for her tomorrow morning, so I'm sure she'll be mortified. We had a couple in the very front that was celebrating their first anniversary. It was lovely. Just some really nice people on board. Had a little chat with some of the people who had gone to CES, which is a consumer electronics show, I think it's what it's called. But it's like when all the high-tech stuff is announced every year, and it was in Vegas, and I got the chance to chat with people about their experiences at the show. I would love to go to CES one year. But just a really nice flight, really nice flight. The people in the front, right, in 1A and C, who were celebrating their anniversary, I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for you, and blah, blah. We had a little chat. And where we're doing service, the young lady said, do you guys accept tips? And I said, when I do something extraordinary, we'll talk about tips. But until then, I'm good. Thank you very much. Because I really don't like accepting tips. I always feel awkward taking them. And sometimes people, when they tip, they're trying to tip you to kind of butter you up so you keep serving them. You know, that's just... and so I just always feel a little uncomfortable accepting tips. But when they left to get off the plane, she shakes my hand. She takes my hand with both hands. She's like, thank you so much for such a nice flight. We had some nice conversations. But she forced a bill in my palm, and it was just very nice. And so it was a $20 bill, which to me is just extraordinary for a tip for a flight attendant. But I wouldn't have taken it normally, but she forced it into my hand. I was like, all right, thank you, you know. So I'm paying the tips for the shuttle for the crew. But yeah, it was just a nice flight, really, really nice flight, and simple, one leg. I don't know if I've ever had a 3-day trip that was supposed to be on paper this simple. We'll see if it continues to be nice and simple. But one leg to Miami, one leg to Newark later on tonight, and then one leg to Las Vegas on day 3. I mean, it's like the best trip ever. Although it's only 13 and a half hours credit, so whatever. All right, so I am going to eat my dinner, whatever it is, and then I'm thinking about filming another video later on today, which will possibly, if I make it, will come out before this one. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. I'm going to talk about I think I'm going to talk about how much money I earned. How's this for a topic? How much money I earned through YouTube ad revenues last year. I think that would be interesting. I think you'll watch it. I think it's interesting, and I'm very, very happy with how much I earned last year. So I'll talk about that in a new video. And until then, I will see you tomorrow probably. Bye. Hey guys, good afternoon. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. My van is at 5:30. I have yet to take a shower, and my bags are exploded. They're everywhere. I have stuff everywhere. So I wanted to stop in real quick just to sort of give you a little update about what this layover has been like, and then I have to kind of flow into Tasmanian devil mode and throw everything together. So this layover has been wonderful, remarkable. The only stress I had was, of course, getting to the hotel. But I have to remind myself, how lucky am I? How blessed am I that my greatest source of stress at work is getting a hotel shuttle? Right? Oh my God. I love my job. The only stress during this layover has been those curtains. That's it. This layover has been great. So I got into my room and I chatted with you for a moment, and then I ate my pasta. I started playing Fallout 4. If you've ever played Fallout 4, Skyrim, any of these, like Oblivion, any of these sort of RPG, whatever they're called, these games where it's a matter of click, kill this thing, click, go here, click, grab this, click, click, click. If you don't take a break occasionally, you're in this one position for so long that when you finally turn to get a bottle of water, it's like, oh, my neck. Well, that's where I got to. I must have been playing my video game for like 4-5 hours. I hadn't slept yet. I was just like, click, click, click. So I finally decided to turn the game off, not knowing what time it was, not having a clue, because there's no curtains, there's no windows that look outside here in this room. I had no idea what time it is. Didn't look at my watch. So I stopped playing the game, and then I figured, let me film this video. I'm awake. Let me film this little video about how much money I earned on YouTube last year. And so I sat there and I filmed a whole video about how much money I earned on YouTube. So go watch that if you're curious, and if you haven't already. And then I finally go up to go to the bathroom, and the sun has risen. It's full on daylight, not just like sun's creeping over the hills. It was full on daylight. It was like 8:30 in the morning. I mean, what? So I closed the curtains, grabbed my sleep mask, jumped in bed, set my alarm, and I woke up at like 3:30. I mean, that was my entire layover. It was wonderful. Oh my God, it was so great. My body feels like, I don't even know what time of day it is anymore, which is the ideal state to be a flight attendant. Because if you keep thinking, oh my God, it's this time in Dallas or it's this time in Las Vegas, my body feels like this. If you can get out of that mindset physically and mentally, boy, I'll tell you, you'll be in a much better place as a flight attendant. So I am fully rested. I've had all the satisfaction of, rampaging through a post-apocalyptic world in Fallout 4. And I got to talk to you guys. So it's like the perfect layover. What's better than that? What's better? I get to do it all over again. We're doing one leg to Detroit. And if you don't know, Detroit is one of my favorite layovers because it's kind of like this layover. But there's nothing near our hotel. There's like a restaurant called Beirut or something that some people go to. There's nothing to do. The beds are sublime. They're so beautiful. The beds are great. And there's just nothing you do. So I have like 15 hours there, I think 17 hours in Detroit. So I'm going to do this all over again. Although I'm going to do better on my sleeping because I want to get back to Las Vegas, being able to think. I have 3 days off, I think, after this trip. But yeah, let me stop chatting and get to packing and then wash myself. And I will see you at the airport. All right, see you soon. Voila, here I am ready to go to work. I did forget to shave my cheeks, which sounds... So somebody wanted to know what my schedule looked like in January. And I think I was going to tell you about this at some point. But seeing that I have about 15 minutes before I have to be downstairs for the shuttle, I figured I'd go over it real quick with you. So in January, I've got 5 trips. I'm only working 75 hours this month, 76, 77 hours this month. I'm not picking up extra trips. My schedule is trip, 3 days off, trip, 3 days off, trip, 3 days off. It's just the whole month. I've got a trip that looks like I'm going to enjoy, and then 3 days off the entire month. So I'm just gonna work my line. I did swap one trip, but I'm just so tired these days, and I find myself getting very snippy because I just have been working way more than I want to for the past year and a half in anticipation of buying the house and the car and all this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to a peaceful January. So I have the first trip was a 3-day trip. I've already worked that. It was a credit of 14 hours and 10 minutes. My next 3-day that I'm on right now is a credit of 13 hours and 30 minutes. I have 3 4-day trips in a row after this. But again, I've got these 4 days, but I have 3 days off between each one. So it's great. The first 4-day, I'm really looking forward to. It's an easy trip on paper. There's a 38-hour layover in Philadelphia. Now, I'm really looking forward to that only because there's 2 reasons. First, there's a coworker that I absolutely adore. I've only worked with her once before, but she is really someone I would aspire to be. She is charming, she's pretty, she's vivacious, the word was built for her. And she's just a wonderful person. I love her. And she's been learning sign language just for fun, so that she can communicate with the occasional. Because we get a surprising number of people on our planes who are deaf. There's deaf people everywhere, but you know, the hearing world and the hearing community just doesn't see them. It just it's a crime. It's awful. But she's learning sign language just so she can communicate with people. Isn't that like? She's awesome, and she's hysterical. But also, I think a subscriber of mine, I think her name is Lacey. It's slipping my mind right now, but she's with Frontier. She'll also be at the same hotel for a very long layover. So I'm really looking forward to meeting up with her as well. So if she's okay with that, maybe we'll have a little sit down, maybe a little interview. Wouldn't that be fun? So then I have two more 4-day trips. So that 4-day that I mentioned is an accredited 1826, which is good for me. The next 4-day is a 26-hour layover in Boston, and then I've got a 22-hour layover in Orlando. My goal and hope is to go to SeaWorld that day. I think I still have a platinum pass with Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, I think. If I do, I'll head over there. If I don't, I'll contemplate whether or not I want to do that again. That is an 18-hour and 12-minute credit. Then the last trip of January is a 4-day with a 18-hour credit, which is good for me. Again, I often get 13.5-hour credit 4 days, which sounds ridiculous, and it is, but they're trips I like. So, and I've got a 28-hour and 20-minute sit in Boston. So I've got a couple good long layovers in Boston. I'm looking forward to that. And Philadelphia as well. I'm just hoping the weather holds out. Some people actually bid for trips in the Northeast and the Midwest, the upper Midwest, in hopes that the weather is just so bad that their flights are canceled or whatever. I know people actually play around with that. Me, no, I don't want to get stranded in snow. It's my least favorite word in the world. But now I have 12 minutes or so to get downstairs into the shuttle. So I will talk to you guys at the airport. All right, see ya. Hey guys, all right, so flight time, 2 hours, 26 minutes to Newark. We are full. We are overbooked actually by 2, I think. 1 wheelchair, 1 pet cabin, and that's it. So loving my chaser already. She's amazing. And she's Vegas-based of all places. So super cool, and I'm ready to go to Newark. Let's get out of here. Hey guys, hi. So I just arrived in our hotel here in Detroit, and what a great flight. I'm going to take my uniform off and I'll kind of debrief once I do that. But I had a laugh. I was getting into the elevator here at the hotel, and there was another airline's pilot who, when I had this deep sigh, he's like, "Oh, long day?" And I'm like, no, actually it was the opposite. It was a really nice day. One leg from Miami here. Great passengers, great crew. And and I was fully rested from a night of sleep or a day of sleep. I said, it's just nice to come to your layover hotel and not be like killed by a long day. So it's just, oh, what a nice day. And I'm in Detroit, which means I have the most comfortable bed in the country. Let's do a really, really quick room tour. I love this little room. I've been here enough, but you've probably seen it before. But let's do a quick room tour. We'll start with the bathroom, of course. Nothing crazy, just a real simple bathroom. One bed that is like a French pastry. It is so, doesn't it look delicious to you? Look at the pillows, so nice. Little 90s kind of desk work area, but I love this little chair, settee kind of thing. The view is not spectacular, if I can get to it. The view is a giant parking lot and the highway, but that's okay. And to top it all off, this has one of the best breakfasts in our airline, like any of our layover hotels. So really fantastic breakfast. I'll show you that tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, I'm going to heat up some food now and then probably crawl in bed and sleep for a good solid 8. Isn't that nice? Oh my God. So I will see you tomorrow. All right, I just picked up my breakfast. Bacon, potatoes, 2 eggs over medium, and some toast, some jam, and some butter, and some orange juice. And then I'm going back to bed. Oh, it's so nice. Hey guys, hi. So it is 1:43. I came down for the shuttle a little bit early so I could heat up some food in the microwave and eat it down here. This layover was a little less satisfying than I was hoping for, in that my room would not cool off. It was 72 and then 73. It slowly got warmer and warmer. So I slept with just the sheet on, and then this when I was leaving my room just now, it was 77 degrees inside. And I came downstairs. They're like, did you call to have maintenance come up? I'm like, it got hot so slowly that it was just like insidious, you know. And I wasn't about to like have them come up when I was gonna leave in a couple hours, you know, like, why? So I was just telling them so they would let them, you know, take care of it for the next guest, but they seemed to focus on the fact that I didn't call them. I'm like, whatever, I'm just letting you know. So the layover was, it was okay. I stayed up, almost redoing yesterday. Stayed up for too many hours when I got here, taking a nap. I woke up for breakfast because it was free and it's delicious. Was it worth waking up for? I don't know. So I'm kind of tired. I went back to sleep, but I'm kind of tired. But it's go home day, one leg. So there you go. I really should not complain at all. I'm going to eat my lunch and I will see you at the airport. All right, so at the airport, at Starbucks, getting some caffeine because I'm very sleepy. I made poor sleeping choices on this layover. The other poor choice I made was wearing a long sleeve shirt. I always wear the short sleeve uniform shirt, but I chose the long sleeve because it's winter. But oh my God, the difference is crazy. I'm so hot. So no more long sleeves for me. Hey there. All right. Huh? Yeah, we're going to board. We're going to be boarded. We have a full boat. And then we're waiting for maintenance to come on board to fix a flashlight. 5 hours and 8 minutes, and I'll be home. And we have a first officer who's commuting home, so you know he's going to try and get us to Vegas on time. So let's go home. Oh. Hey guys, how are you? A deep breath, only because I'm finally in my car. Oh, what a long day today has been. Let's see if this is better. Yeah, that's better. My beard looks like an impressionist painting. It's all like swirled because of the mask. All right, so wow, today was felt like a very long day. Today's flight was 5 hours and 6 minutes. We had a very full flight. Pretty much everyone was great. We had some amazing passengers, some really charming, pleasant passengers. A couple ladies up in front were a little anxious about flying, and so we had some really nice conversations, and I tried to use some humor to calm them down, and they seemed to really appreciate it. So it was nice, which balances the stress, thank goodness, because if there weren't a balance, I think I would have been crazy by the end of this flight. Like Deanne Ford says, I wanted to tear my wig off my head and throw it out the window, you know. There was this, I won't even describe the people because that, you know, I don't want anything to even sound like it might come back to one particular passenger. But there was a group of passengers on board today that really tested me. They really, they pushed every potential button I had 10 times in a row. And it was, I recognized that while I was talking to them at one point, I had my toes curled up in my shoes because I was trying so hard not to yell. I mean, they drove me to a point where I have not been in 5 years as a flight attendant. It was a test. I got back to my front seat, my jump seat, and it really was a test. I got to my jump seat and I sat down, and I sat there and I thought, why are these people bothering me so much? Why do these people's actions seemed to get me so upset because they kept like literally not listening to a single direction I gave them over and over and over and over again when everyone else was, which is weird. But these one group of people just refused to follow any direction. I'm sure I'm just belaboring the point, but I sat in my jump seat and I'm thinking, why are these people aggravating me so much? And I have to point out, this is a very large piece of personal growth for me, because I'll tell you, for 45 years of my life, I didn't wonder, why was I so upset? So I'm happy with myself that I was even wondering, why am I so upset about this? And I was trying to think, is it that they're not following the rules and the directions that the government set in place, the airline set in place, that they had to agree with in the first place to fly with us? You know, is it that they were just breaking the rules over and over and over again that was bothering me so much? Or was it more likely they're not listening to me? They're not doing what I tell them to do. When I use the word me and I frequently in a short space in my head, like, you're not listening to me, it's me being, it's all ego driven. You're not listening to me. You're not doing what I want you to do. And I was like, that's probably the reality is of what was bothering me so much, is they weren't listening to me. And I was like behaving like a toddler. I really was in my head. Thank God. For the most part, I tried to keep it chill. I think that they glimpsed a little bit of my frustration, because at a certain point they kept their masks on, because that was part of the problem today. But at a certain point, I think they kind of realized that they had been like, they just crossed the line. So they left their mask on. I think it was after I verified their names against our manifest, so I could, if I had to write a report, that was the part they were like, oh, I guess he's serious. But yeah, so this last leg of the trip was stressful, but again, I had a great crew. My chaser especially was wonderful. And one last thought before I let you go. I was on Facebook today, and there was a Facebook memory that popped up, and it was, I think it was something I wrote that said, I survived the first culling of the flight attendant candidates. Today, 5 years ago and about 1 hour ago, I walked out of my hiring event for my airline. It was 5 years ago today that I got my conditional job offer to go to training. And I'm in danger of getting a little emotional just talking about it, because if you didn't know, I love my job. I'm so happy with my job, and I'm very, very happy. I love my airline, who I work for. You know, some people they love to say how they're work for a more prestigious airline, but I love my airline. I'm very, very happy I'm here. I'm not always a fan of yellow, but you know, that's the only cross I have to bear with my job. So 5 years ago today, I got my conditional job offer to start this new life that I have. And it was just it was a big, big day for me. It was a big occasion. So I'm just so grateful for the opportunities that my airline has given me. As always, I'm so grateful for you guys, you know, because the first thought I had when I saw that it was 5 years, when I remembered today's anniversary, the first thing I wanted to do was tell you guys. It's like, oh, I can't wait to tell my friends what a special day today is. So thank you for being the kind of people I wanted to share that good news with. And I think that's it. I'm going to go home, give the cat some treats. I need to eat something. I've hardly eaten. I'm not sure how I can gain weight when I hardly ever eat at work, but blah, blah, blah. Let me stop yammering and get home. So I will see you guys later on, and fly safe. All right. Toodaloo. Bye.